and you can contact me at spirituallifeguard@yahoo.com if you have any questions or would like any help about Schumann. This is the Russian Tomsk Schumann Resonance tool, and as you can see, we've got some quite big peaks at the moment happening. So can you see those really fine thin lines as well that are just sort of here? There's that blank space, but there's these really close together lines you can see. This is proof of the air shower that's happening, the cosmic rays that are coming in onto Earth and into Earth actually, and into all living beings at the moment. If you could see my magnetosphere, there we are, we'll just refresh my magnetosphere my magnetosphere and magnetic universe video that I've just uploaded today. That explains how that is evolving us and what is going on in space at the moment, because there's so much going on. Now this is the amplitude here of the Schumann resonance, and that's quite high as well there. You can see it's in line with the peaks, and some of them are close together, and that can cause oscillations. This is critical frequencies without sporadic layers. Now this is really high, this critical frequencies. It's kind of on the roof here. So let's have a look down here. Just trying to find the other bit we're supposed to look at here. So there's a lot going on, and you might be feeling it at the moment. You might be feeling a little bit vortexy, spinning out, hard to ground. Do your 12D shielding technique. That is absolutely amazing, and I'll leave a link to that below because that's great. Now look at this, guys. Q factors. This is dependencies of the Schumann resonance Q factors on local time. Now this is something really unusual. I've seen that sort of where it goes flat here. That is something quite unusual. And this one was from, this is a picture that was from the 3rd and 4th of April, when they moved those royal mummies from the Athena and Apollo line. Something really good happened for the light there. It seems that the energy in the ley lines, dragon lines as we Druids call them, is actually coming back online, and so all the sacred sites are going to be online as they should be. And here we have peaks of up to, I think it went up to 400 hertz on the 3rd of April, and that is exactly when these mummies were moved. Oh, now I wanted to show you here the sun. This is LASCO C2 and C3 cameras. We've got 2 solar flares, one there, there's a lot of particles, and there's the other one. They're not facing Earth, and that made the camera glitch. That one was quite big. Wow. And then we're going to play, whoops, the blue one. There we go. And that weird little square, which is, it could be a tall floor, it could be aliens, we don't know. Did you see it flash up just by the sun? That's really odd, because it keeps happening, and it's actually got closer and closer to the sun. So those solar flares are not facing Earth, so we will feel the energy of that as that spirals round. That energy will come to us eventually, but the CMEs, or well, they're not really, they're just sort of little flares, are not facing us, so we haven't got to worry about it anyway. We're not on the timeline of the Armageddon where the Earth is going to crumble away. I know it might seem like it at the moment, but because the Schumann resonance is alive and we can see that the ley lines are coming online as well. And try this out for yourself. Go to check on online and look at some ley lines. Here's a magnetosphere. There's not really much happening, so that's not too much pressure there. It seems to be all on the back of Earth. And the density of the magnetosphere is all relatively fine, and you can see that pulsing here. This is really odd. This Y shape that keeps appearing at the back of the sun here is quite unusual. So there does seem to be a lot of pressure on the rear side of Earth. Well, I say the rear side of Earth, it's the side that isn't facing the sun. Now let's have a look at the electrons and protons on these maps here. Now there's a lot of electron content. This map only shows this part of the US for some reason. You can see the electrons flowing in, and sometimes this can have an effect on the radios. Monitors down on the ground might show register this as well. There doesn't seem to be any X-rays or any protons at today with this one. Normally when there's a solar flare that faces Earth, you'll see it pulse, and I've actually done some videos in the past about that, so you'd have to go back and have a look. It actually, you can see the lilac and all these sort of yellow, it's sort of and it's exactly as the sun flares. It pulses Earth with all of this gamma radiation, which actually evolves us in the skin. Russian scientists have done some pretty freaky experiments actually on how gamma radiation evolved mice. There was mice that were pregnant mice, and they actually managed to evolve the animals inside the female pregnant mouse, and there's actually written papers about that, so have a look online because it's pretty amazing, guys. So you might be feeling these frequencies, and I suggest you just do the 12D shielding technique and try to just get out in nature as much as you can. You can see here this sort of spinning vortexy signs that are coming from the Earth. This is Cumiana in Italy. This is another Schumann Resonance tool, and when I've looked back at it, when I've been feeling really sort of spinny and just needing to lay down, that's when these lines have been happening. That was at 4 o'clock. And then here, just after 2 p.m, there were some quite big peaks on this tool, which weren't really showing up on the other Schumann Resonance tool. So they both measure the ionosphere. The monitors are both measuring the same thing but in different areas, and I wonder why we're having different readings. I mean, I do put the Egyptian mummies that were moved on the Athena Apollo line actually go right past this Cumiana tool that monitors the ionosphere. So it's crazy and very synchronistic that this is actually coming online as well, and it's connected to the St. Michael ley line here in England. So just take care of yourselves, guys. Drink lots and lots of lovely water. Water is our best friend at the moment. And just take care. Self-love. I love you all, and I'll be back soon with some more awesome updates. And if you do have any questions, I'm sure I said this at the beginning, but I'm going to say it again. spirituallifeguard@yahoo.com. Take care.